welcome to AutoCAD 2021 Lesson 4. In this video, I'll explain few more commands which is under the Draw toolbar. If you go here in Draw toolbar, then you can see there are few more commands like spline feet, spline CV, construction line, ray, multiple points, and so on. Here we'll practice one by one in detail. Okay, first I'll start with spline. For spline, type SPL and then enter. Okay, specify first point, or in bracket there is method nodes object. There is two type of spline. One is spline fit and spline CV. Spline CV is also known as spline control vertices. So I'll go for method. For this, enter. Then it says enter spline creation method, either fit or CV. If I have to create here spline fit, then I'll type F, enter. Specify first point, specify next point, specify next point. In this way, we specify the zigzag path and curvature can be formed by using spline. To get out from this command, press enter. Okay, I'll again go with spline command. The name, enter. For control vertices, CV, enter. Specify first point. Here I'll specify next point here. Again next point here. Look here, path is created with reference to this control vertices. Enter the point. Okay, press enter to go out from command. Okay, here this one is spline fit and this one is spline control vertices. Here I'll select this and this. Here you can see the curve passes from fit point, whereas here the curve passes with the control vertices. Vertices are here, 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 and so on. Okay, I'll use spline and make one figure here. For this, first I'll take line command, L, enter. Okay, and enter. I'll draw the symbol of pipe flow here. For this, I'll take the spline command, SPL, enter, M, enter, F, enter. Or you can directly go to draw command and take spline fit from here. Okay, specify point somewhere like this. Specify point in midpoint of this line. Again specify point here, here, and specify one point here. That should be moreover on the same axis of this point. Like I'll click here and then click here, enter. Okay, delete this line, delete. Okay, we'll draw in this side also. For this I'll go to spline fit from here and go to here, give the center, here, click here, enter. Okay, now delete this line. Okay, I'll take the line command and give here, make an arrow here. In this way, we can make a symbol of pipe flow by using the spline command. We can also change the polyline to spline here. For this, I'll take a polyline, draw one zigzag figure here. Select the object, right click, go to polyline. Here there is spline fit. Click here. Okay. Here polyline is converted to spline fit. Okay, now we move to construction line. For construction line, XL, enter, or you can go here for construction line. Okay, construction line is a straight line that extends to infinity in both directions. Click in the required direction. click in required position. Construction line is just used to give reference to any object or figure. Enter, select all. I'll delete this here. I'll again go to construction line, XL, enter. Here you can see horizontal, vertical, angle, bisect, offset. For horizontal construction line, H, enter. Okay, now this is the horizontal construction line. Place in the required position. Again go to construction line. For vertical, V, enter. It gives the vertical construction line. Place in the required position. Enter. Again construction line. There is angle. This is to specify the angle of construction line. For this, A, enter. If I need a construction line of 45 degree, then I'll enter here 45. The construction line with 45 degree angle can be drawn here. Enter. Again go to construction line. I'll delete these all. Again go for construction line. Enter. And for bisect, B, enter. Before that, I'll take line command, L, enter. I'll draw one figure here. Now I'll use the construction line to bisect it. For this, XL, enter, and then for bisect, B, enter. Okay, it says to specify the vertex point. So here our vertex point is this, angle start point is this, end point here. Okay, enter. Okay, in this way we can use the construction line to bisect our figure. Okay, again I'll go to construction line, XL, enter. For offset, O, enter. If I have to offset this construction line, then mention the offset distance. Here I'll mention 15, enter. Select this. Okay, click in the side where you have to offset it. Example, I'll click this side. Here I have the offset of this construction line. Again select. If you need the construction line in this side, then click here. Okay. In this way we can select and click in the required direction, and by using this offset we can create a many parallel lines here. Select and click in the side. In this way we can use this offset to create a many parallel lines. Okay. I'll select these all and delete here. We move for ray command. For this, type RAY, enter, or you can directly go to draw toolbar and get a ray from here. Now I'll specify the start point here and show the direction to place the ray command. Okay, ray is just a straight line which extends to infinity in one direction. Ray is just used as a reference for creating other object. For point command, for this, PO, enter, specify a point, but when I take a point command, I am able to specify only one point. So if I need a multiple points, then I have to go for multiple points command. For this, go to draw toolbar, take a multiple points from here and specify the point wherever required. This way. Please remember one thing, to get out from this point command, you have to press the escape key. Here enter key is not applicable, so press escape to go out from this point command. If I join the point with the line, then it is obvious this point will not be visible. So you can change the point style here. For this, go to format, go here, so menu bar, and then here is format, go to format, there is point style, go to point style and select the point style. I'll select this. Okay, now the point style is changed. Similarly, you can change the size of point too. Go to format, point style, and here point size, now it's 10. Okay, I'll make it 20 units. Size of point is enlarged. Now there is a divide command. For this, type div, enter, or you can see here divide command. Okay, select object to divide. For this I'll draw one line, specify first point, give a length of 20 feet, enter. Now if I have to divide this line, then I'll go to divide command, select the object, enter the number of segment. If I have to divide this line into 5 segment, then I'll enter here 5. See here, it divides the line into 5 segment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Length of each segment is 4 feet. If you like to change the point style, you can go here, go to point style. Here I'll select this, I'll give the value here 5. Okay, point style is also changed. I hope there is no confusion in divide command. Okay, now there is a measure command. Here it is. You can type me, enter. Again select object to measure. So first I'll make a line of length 20 feet. Okay, enter. Now I'll use the measure command, me, enter. Select the object, specify length of segment. In divide command we specified number of segment, whereas now in measure command we'll specify the length of segment. Here I'll specify length of segment as 4 feet, enter. Here it automatically divide our line into 5 segment having 4 feet length of each segment, and here the node is placed in each end of the segment. Okay, now we move for region command. Here in draw toolbar there is region command, or you can type reg, enter. Select object. First I'll make one figure here by using a line command. Okay, I'll make one rough sketch here. Here I have used the line command for this figure. Now I will apply region command here for this, reg, enter. Select object. I'll select the object here and then enter. Okay, see, this object is converted to single object. Now region command is applied to create a single object. Escape. Region command is very useful and it is broadly applied while working in AutoCAD. Okay, now we'll practice wipeout command. Here in draw toolbar there is wipeout command, or we can type here WIP. It automatically shows you wipeout command, then enter. We'll use the wipeout command in this figure. Specify first point, specify next point, specify next point. I'll specify one point here and then enter. The portion closed with this figure is wipeout from here. Okay, let's go with other option in wipeout. Take the wipeout command again here. Okay, specify first point or frame. Here F, enter. Here now it is in on mode. If I select the off mode here, then the line will also be wiped out. Okay, off. Look here, outline is also wiped out. Go again with wipeout. Now for polyline, I'll make one close figure with polyline. You see, enter. Okay, if I have to wipe out this portion, then use the wipeout command, enter, and P, enter. Select this closed polyline. Erase polyline. If I have to erase the polyline, yes, enter. Here the polyline is also erased and the portion is wiped out. Here please remember one thing, wipeout command is not applicable in circle. I'll take the circle here, draw a circle, wipeout. Okay, polyline, P, enter, and select this. It will show the error. Select a closed polyline. It will instruct you to select a closed polyline, though we have selected. So it shows the error. So please do not spend your time in using this wipeout command in circle portion. Okay, in this situation you have to make a circle with polygon. Okay, I'll show you here. POL, enter. Here I'll enter a number of side 1024. As it is a maximum number of side, it can be specified in polygon. Enter, give a center. Either you can do inscribed or circumscribed, whatever. I'll select here inscribed and then draw a circle here. Okay, now I'll use the wipeout command here, wipeout command, and go for polyline, P enter, select this, erase polyline. See here, now it can be erased. I hope now you can use the wipeout command easily. Okay, now let's look on helix command. For this I'll type helix here, HELIX, enter. Okay, specify center point, I'll specify here, give the base radius, I'll give here 1, enter, and then top radius, let's give 4. Okay, you can specify base radius and top radius as per requirement. Here I have to give the axis endpoint, so for axis endpoint type A, enter. Now you can place this helix in your required axis. Here I'll place in this way. Okay, let's go to other option for helix. Helix, specify center point, diameter here I'll use 2, top radius let's give 6. Here we have already used axis endpoint. Now for turn, enter T and enter the number of turn here. Okay, here I'll enter the value 15, enter. Okay, it has created the helix. Okay, here helix with total 15 turns is created. Now again enter axis endpoint, A endpoint, and place it in required axis. Okay, I'll again go to helix, specify the center, let's specify 1 and here 5. Before giving the axis endpoint, I'll mention the height, h, enter. Okay, here I'll specify distance of 1 inch. Now again go to axis and endpoint for this, A, enter, and here gap between the turn is 1 inch, which we have mentioned. I'll specify the endpoint. Okay, again go to the helix command, specify center point, specify base radius, here I'll specify 1, specify top radius, I'll specify 2, enter. And now here we'll go for twist, W, enter. Now it asks for twist direction, either CW, CCW. Here CW means clockwise direction and CCW is anti-clockwise direction. Okay, by default it is clockwise direction. Here if I choose the CCW, then twist in helix is in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, I'll again go for helix command, center point, dia 4, and for twist W, enter. Now I'll go for clockwise direction. Here now you can see here the twist is in clockwise direction, enter. In this way we can use this helix command as per our requirement. Here we go for do not command. For do not command, DO, enter. Specify inside diameter. Here I'll specify inside diameter 10 inch and specify outside diameter. Outside diameter I'll specify here, let's say 15 inch, enter. Okay, specify center of do not. Where you have to specify, click there. Here I'll give. Okay, if you want same in other position also, then you can. Okay, in this way we can use do not command. Now there is one command, revision cloud in draw toolbar. Let's look on that. I'll type here REVC and you'll get the revision cloud, enter. Okay, specify first corner point. I'll specify first corner point here. Specify opposite corner point. I'll specify opposite corner point here. Okay, let's look for other option of revision cloud. Again go to revision cloud. Here it is arc length For arc length, I'll type A, enter, and specify the arc. Here I'll specify 1 inch, enter. Okay, specify first corner point and opposite corner point. This is rectangular revision cloud. In this way you can specify a size of arc and draw a revision cloud. Again back to revision cloud. For object, O, enter. Okay, select object. Okay, I'll go for object here. Okay, if I have to change this rectangle into revision cloud, then I'll select this object. Okay, if we need this arc in reverse direction, then apply yes. If it is okay with you, then apply no. Okay, I applied here no, and in this way we can change an object to revision cloud. Again back to revision cloud. Now there is rectangular. For rectangular R, enter. Okay, I'll make here and make a rectangular revision cloud. Okay, I'll again go to revision cloud, and for polygonal, P, enter. Specify start point, specify next point. You can make a revision cloud by using polygonal in required shape in this way, enter. Okay, I'll again go to revision cloud, and there is one option freehand. For this, F, enter, specify first point and show the path. You don't have to click, you just show the path, and if you go near to the start point, it get closed automatically. In this way you can use the freehand to draw the revision cloud. Once again back to revision cloud. Now for style, yes, enter. Select arc style, normal, calligraphy. If you want the normal arc style, then go to normal. Previously the style of these arc were normal, so here I'll go for calligraphy. And for style, yes, enter. Previously the style was normal. Now if I have to choose the calligraphy here, then C, enter. Drag the mouse. Here you can see the revision cloud is in calligraphy style. Here I'll make one rectangle. Now apply revision cloud. For modify, emitter. Select the polyline to modify. I'll select this rectangle. Okay, specify next point or first point. If I have to specify first point here, type F, enter. I'll give the start point here and next point, let's say here, and pick a side to erase. And if I have to erase this side, then I'll pick this side. This side is erased. Okay, if you have to reverse the direction of this cloud, then apply yes. If not, then no. Here I'll use no. Okay, here this is a revision cloud of calligraphy style. In this way you can use. Okay, in this way we have completed the draw toolbar, and I hope you liked the video. And after watching the video on draw toolbar, you can easily work on any command that is under the draw toolbar. In next video I'll explain the modified toolbar in detail.